Hi everybody, welcome to another by Pen and Paper streams and videos. We are back in Citizen Sleeper as the new expansion has dropped. So at the moment of recording this, the new expansion, the free DLC, Flux, episode 1, has dropped. And I have decided to jump into it right away, record it, and see how I fare. This is going to be about an hour or 2 hours of story, as the developer said. But depending on how fast I read, and how fast I fuck up the lines, it's, we'll see. But in any case, let us delve into this. Okay, we got this episode Flux, the first of 3 episodic updates to Citizen Sleeper, telling the story of the refugee flotilla which has arrived at the Eye. Since we have chosen all of our endings to be, well, sitting at the Eye, as well as having Nina around and Lamb, we get to experience this because, as I said when I was talking about the ending and all that, the Eye is our home and our friends are there. So let us keep a welcome to the new people who arrive. So head to the Greenway to begin. Let's see how that fares with my old save. We are in this 96. It's not 69. It's 96 cycle. Chemist. I don't know if I can activate this if I play like from the beginning. Like, would I be able to, the moment I get to the Greenway, trigger it? Like, even though I'm doing some other stuff, or is this triggerable after the ending? Or if this is gonna even trigger now, maybe I need to actually play the whole game from beginning to end or from the beginning to get this. So we will see. I have no. Oh, it's. This kinda sucks. It's saved at the end of the cycle, so I'm gonna end the cycle. So I can get the dice and so I can start the cycle proper. We are going to feed the cat. We are going to repair ourselves. And we have... Can I use this? The negative result. I'll save the energy for later. The energy is not that important. I still have the upgrades, although it didn't give me some of the drive upgrades, which sucks ass. But I'll never forget it. I lost some points which I could have had. Okay, we're in the Greenway. As you step into the passageway, someone barrels into you from behind, sending you stumbling down the corridor. Wow, that's a cliche meeting. You turn to see an unfamiliar spacer, laden with heavy gear. She steadies herself, staring down at you as if daring you to respond. Stay silent, excuse me. I'm gonna just say stubborn XXPR space. I should probably respond with an excuse me, but I'm gonna say sorry. Passion. It's the design of the suits is cool. Like, they're so bulky and heavy and layered, and like, I mean, she's a badass muscular woman. Sorry. She adjusts the strap on her shoulder, holding up a hand in a condition before setting off down the corridor. Is this read as peak or peak or peak? Peak. I'm probably gonna rate it awfully, but peak. Let's just settle on that. XPR. Cautious XPR spacer. I'm sorry for her. A second spacer smiles at you apologetically. She's on a mission, and when she's on a mission, they shrug. Better to be careful. Not a problem. They smile. You're sweet. Peak. PK? 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 Maybe PK? Peak? Blah. God damn it, I'm gonna fucking text to speech. I don't care. Let's see. No, not the ads. Get it. Get it. Can you just get text to speech? Please, for the love of God, just give me. Okay. How do you pronounce this?
Peak.
Peak. Okay. Let's see another text-to-speech. Because pronunciation and this and all this bullshit is absolutely...
Peak.
And this is barely hearable. Cloud Google. Let's see how Cloud Google... No, not gonna try out about that. Let's see different... UK... I don't know where this is based. I can't... understand.
Peak.
So it is a peak. Okay, English.
Peak.
Okay. I'm gonna settle on peak. Okay. Peak. Ash stands further down the corridor, glowering at her friend. She chops at the air, pointing down the corridor to whatever end she is rushing to. Peak raises their eyebrow at you. Ash, please. Do you want everyone on this station to hate us? Ash hardens. They want to hate us. They can hate us. She drops her head. I'm not exactly seeing much love as it is. We're lucky we got through before they sent up that damn cordon. Cordon? Peak gestures in your direction. See, they don't even know what you are talking about. This station isn't Hawthorne. Not everyone has to follow some corporate protocol. Ash sighs. I'm not saying they are part of the administration, she jerks her head in your direction, but I'm saying we need to get these supplies to the Briar before someone starts asking questions. Who are the supplies for? Can I help? The Briar? That's our ship, Peak explains. Peak? Ash rolls her eyes. What are you doing? Peak ignores her. We are with the refugees, the one Havage have cordoned off from entering the station. Ash interrupts. The ones that are being quarantined in makeshift vessels that barely made it to the Eye to begin with. The ones that your station administrators have called an existential risk and are running out of supplies while their right to safety is being disputed by the people with no stake in their future. She quickly looks away, annoyed at her own outburst. Peak sighs. She's right. People are trapped out there, and they turn to Ash. We understand that this is a big problem for the Eye. Hundreds of refugees and more ships turning up each cycle. They hold up a hand to stop Ash interrupting. But Ash turns away, her burning anger a palpable face. English. Ash turns away, her burning anger a palpable force in the close quarters of the corridor. They need supplies, and after everything they've been through, the quarantine isn't helping, Peak finishes. That's terrible. Asher looks back at you, her fierceness fading. Peak, please. Asher gathers herself and the supplies. Ash, we need help. Just like the refugees need us, we need others too. They smile at her. Again, a little bit bugs of which character is talking when. That's kind of an annoyance. I want to know before I, get to the end of the line, know who's talking. Also, I think, is this a permanent bug, or is this like a feature that now I can see everything when we're into visual novel territory? I don't know. Peak turns to you. Come find us. The climbing briar is docked at the broken spoke past the greenway in the wastes. We have a good view of the cordon, though we are keeping our distance for now. Come help us. They squeeze your hand. Ash turns to leave and Peak follows, waving goodbye. A moment later, Ash shouts back down the corridor. Don't bother coming empty-handed! You want to help? Show us! Bring supplies, or don't come at all. With that, they disappear around the corner, Ash already picking up speed as Peak calls for her to slow down. A refugee flotilla? Where are they coming from? And why now? Each time you think you begin to understand this place, something changes. We have a new drive! Woo! And it is Flotilla 8. We bring mushrooms to the back. Wow, mushrooms! Okay, so this is not gonna be a... Ooh, I can swing around. I can swing around to this position. Nice! Okay, so those are the ships, all of the random ships that are basically floating around there in the corner of this song right there. I was wondering, like, which supplies do I need to bring them? I have 1,000 chits. I have a stabilizer for the sleepers. I have some more scrap. I have ship mines. I have spores. I have the shit of the stuff. So what the fuck do you need? Okay, more fungus is being grown, which is good. I'm gonna need those. I'm gonna need to place that work into like overflow. Hypno labs. What is that for? That's for just that, which is okay. We still have the wastes where we can gather scrap, which is useful. But we also can go to Climbing Briar. Escaped XPR ship. So they stole a ship. Welcome to the episode Flux. It's the first of the three, which tells the story Refugee Flotilla. Completing the action above will begin that story. Be aware that it is intended for late game play. Fair enough. Okay, so I can get them to trigger with this event the moment they get into the greenway. Probably. Possibly. But I can trigger the story when I come to here and, you know, give the Griola caps. So that is a good thing. That is good game development. That means I can, you know, trigger this whenever I feel like I'm ready for it. Or in like late game or like end game, where I'm currently playing, where I've finished all of the endings, I can just continue the story, which is what I want to do. I want to continue my experience on the Eye as the sleeper. So Ash asked you to bring supplies, and fragrant high-growing Griola cap seemed like the perfect thing to impress her. Yeah, personally grown. I grew this. So I trigger this and start the story. Asher sees you coming up the broken spoke and waves you into the cavernous bay of Climbing Briar. It looks like a big ship. A rather big ship. Peak. You came! Peak smiles as you walk into the Climbing Briar cargo hold behind a gloomy Ash. They brought mushrooms. Ash tosses the mushroom caps onto the crate, raising her eyebrows at Peak. Peak gives her a look. Thank you, sleeper. They pick one up and sniff at it. Are these edible? Try it. Try it. Peak squints at you and the mushroom before delicately putting it back down. I'll wait. We're not so used to fresh produce. Ash is securing crates as she speaks and doesn't look up. Hawthorne doesn't have much in the way of farming. They're in acquired taste. Hawthorne? The installation we grew up on. Ash wipes off her hands on a rag. XPR loves to name their property after natural things. But that's about as far as their relationship with plant life goes, XPR. This is an interrogation, she glares. Either way, we are done with that place. Oh, she should ask, is this an interrogation? This is an interrogation. Which is all you need to know. Ash leans back against the crate she was securing. We're going to need more than a few mushrooms if we want to help those refugees, though. Where are they trapped? What do they need? Food, water, components, a whole lot of things. Ash stands and walks over to the mushrooms you brought, placing them into a smaller container with care. The problem isn't just getting supplies, it's getting them through the ships. Can't you speak to Hevage? Can't you just fly around? And get the Briar seized for breaching quarantine? No thanks, she laughs. We are lucky we got here before the cordon was set up. That's the only reason we are on this side. Why is there a quarantine? Peak jumps in. The Eye has a closed-loop life support system, just like any orbital installation. Any unfamiliar illness or significantly increased strain on life support could cause a cascading collapse in the systems. Understandable. Ash scoffs. Are we making excuses for these bureaucrats now? Peak turns. We are being realistic, Ash. But these people aren't an increased strain. They are living people, Ash stares at you. Even calling them refugees is just a way of turning a lot of scared, desperate people into a single monolithic group. Ash slides the container full of mushrooms into one of the cargo hold's racks. Look, as much as I'd like to chat, we've still got a lot of space to fill in this hold. So if you're going to help, I think Ash is trying to say, we need your help, and quickly. Pig says, glancing at her. The refugees behind the cordon, they won't be able to hold out indefinitely. We need to get supplies to them in the next 12 cycles, or... Ash steps forward. Or Havage will have to bear the responsibility of whatever happens next. I'll help if I can. What can I do? There's 3 things we still need to secure. Water, food, and scrap components for ship repairs. Ash gestures to the storage containers around the hold. Water we can find a way to source, or my preference just siphon off from the underground reservoirs in the Greenway. Please don't! We need those for plants! Beak raises her eyebrows. Ash? She ignores them. For food, things could be tricky. Those mushrooms are delicious, I'm sure, but no way we can get enough volume to feed a flotilla. However, I saw an algae stack on the way over. If we can get access... Not more stealing, Ash! Beak sighs. I didn't say steal. She stares them indignantly. If we can get access, we can work the stack, harvest some algae for the flotilla. Those stacks churn out vast quantities in short timescales. And the repair components? Beak asks tentatively. She smiles. Just look around you, Beak. This whole place is made of scrap. She shoots you at a glance. Thanks! I'm not scrap. I'm built out of a shit ton of scrap. Never mind. And I'm sure the Sleeper has their sources. Yes, I do. They can bring them right here. We get everything before time runs out. Perfect. We get most of it. Also good. Either way, in 12 cycles, I'm going to take what we have and go. That sounds problematic, but how will you get through? Ash shoulders a container. I thought I'd leave that to you, Beak. They flinch. Are you serious, Ash? I know we said we would help the flotilla, but at what point? They stop, take a breath. Take this seriously, Ash. I don't know the first thing about breaching a quarantine cordon. Maybe not. Ash looks at you, but they might. They slipped out of SNR facility, didn't they? Plus, they've been here longer than us. You're always trying to get me to find help. Well, here it is. She gestures at you. Help. Thank you! Yes, I have help. Yes, I did survive escaping SNR. I have no idea how, but it was pure fucking luck. Dumb luck, as I was freezing in a container. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Fuck you, Ash. I'm gonna help you anyway. And I have contacts and connections and everything. That's why I'm here. And that's what I said. I was gonna be here to help people. I'm helping. Beak glances between the two of you. I swear to you this. I need to think this one through. Meet me at the cordon in a couple of cycles, Sleeper. Maybe we can figure something out. Meanwhile, Ash meets your eye. You can help me acquire the supplies. Discreetly. She smiles. We have to keep this quiet. Keep Havage out of the loop. Once they get suspicious, this is over for all of us. Don't worry, I have a stack of supplies in my house. I'll just go grab them. We don't need to steal shit. This is all serious. This all suddenly seems a little too real, too dangerous. You've only just found your feet on the eye. This is not the time for causing trouble. I am pretty good here. Come find us. We'll be out there trying to pull this all together. Ash goes to the back of the hold to start packing another container. Beak, come help. Beak glances back at her. Sleeper, look. We didn't choose this either. They lower their voice. Help us finish this. We've set up a base camp on the Broken Spoke. You're welcome to rest there in any of the cots while we work on this. This map. We are in this together. Peek! Ash shouts, and they walk back into the hold filled with containers. As you leave the Climbing Briar, you look out. That's also a cool name. This game has so many cool names. You look out at the broken edge of the eye's ring, where the Havage cordon blinks with tiny red lights. What are you getting yourself into? Yes, what the heck are we getting ourselves into? Briar Base Camp, Spacer Staging Ground. Okay, we have the cordon, Havage Quarantine. Which is weird, it's on 2 cycles. And I don't know what does it make it broken. Like, I know it's broken on this side. Oh yeah, it's broken on this side and it's broken on that side. That's why the Greenway was able to be made, because it got cut off from the rest of the eye. It's connected by the spoke, but the spoke is just holding it in place, so it doesn't fly the fuck away. Okay, so I can do this, but I don't really care. I'll leave the place for anybody else to live in there. I'm just gonna go feed the cat. Meeting Peak. Peak asked you to meet them at Corden. We hope they have a plan to cross because this place seems imposing. What do we need here? Briar's Hold. The flotilla needs food, water, and components. You might not be able to get all of them, but Ash will take what you can get. Peak's plan. All the supplies in the world are nothing without a plan to get them to the flotilla. That's Peak's part in this. Ash's run. The clock is running, 12 cycles. I shall make her run to the flotilla. The better prepared she is, the better the result will be. One of the three things the flotilla needs are components for repairs. There's a lot of ships, which means a lot of scrap components. I'm fucking glad I saved so many components. I can do this right away. Scrap for the flotilla. But I was told, why didn't this increase? That's it. These components should be enough to cover most of the basic repairs the flotilla needs, you hope. Oh, this triggers right away, the Briar. Okay. Ash and Peak's XPR ship. You look over the pile of scrap components lying in the Briar. You look around, the bay is empty. Ash and Peak either elsewhere on the station or on the bridge a couple of levels up. You begin sorting through the pile, separating out useful components and boxing them by use. You don't recognize everything you find, but before long you get into the renewal sorting. As you do, your mind starts to drift, your attention being drawn into the dark corners of the bay. The Briar is in surprisingly good condition, considering that Hawthorne and XPR must have been operating it for decades by now. The marks of care are everywhere, from the delicate patch jobs, polished to melt into the original finish, or the careful bound wiring running through the custom trunking, Jesus. Ash loves the ship, that much is clear. Something catches your eye in one of the dark corners, a matte black stack of crates you hadn't spotted before. They're sleek and compact, tucked away behind some of the bigger, more worn containers. Oh no, this is gonna go bad. Sleek, compact, okay, I will investigate. You put the components away and go over to the sleek crates. You run your hands across the textured surface, but there's little hint of what lies inside in the opaque metallic casing. Then you see it. Oh shit. I've read this. Then you see it, a yellow symbol embossed onto the far side of the crate. A universal sigil used by spacers, corporations, and manufacturers alike. It's the one you have seen through your time as a sleeper. Its meaning all too familiar. Explosive contents. You hear a hiss, and Ash comes up through the bay's lock. She barely registers your presence, nodding at you as she passes. Sleeper? She busies herself with some task at the back of the bay. I will ask. I'm an idiot, but I will ask. Ask about the crates. Ash doesn't turn around from whatever she is busy with. Just more supplies, Sleeper, like everything else here. You can't think of anything else to ask, but sense that the atmosphere has now somehow shifted. You quickly finish up the sorting and slip out, waving goodbye to her as you do. She's gonna try and stab me in the back, or kill me, or something. So this is done. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna definitely have to wait. But since I wasted a lot of materials, and I'm probably gonna need more, I'm gonna go do some things. I'm gonna gather some scrap. So recover the ones that I used up. That's good. I'm gonna... Ooh! There's more new things to poke around. Ooh! Okay, I'm sorry. There's more things to poke around my nose in. I'm gonna poke around my nose in. Reservoir S3, water storage and processing. Oh shit, okay, there's a lot. Predictive reason. Okay. Hack sensors. The reservoir is monitored by a web of sensors. Hacking them will reduce the alert level of the system and keep you from getting locked out. Water for the flotilla. Havage alert -2. Havage alert +2. The only way Ash to get enough water together is siphon it directly from the station's reservoirs, which will not be pleased. Okay, I need... Wow, I need a lot. Algae stack. Negotiate the access. Algae stack is controlled by a small collective of farmers. If you want to use them, you'll need to persuade them. Yes, I will. The algae access. Much to Ash's frustration, you'll have to pay or talk your way into using the algae stack farm food for the refugees. I will have to try. So there's a lot of work I need to do. You and Ash roll your sleeves and help with the tank cycle. As you do, you speak to the farmers about the refugees. I'm gonna reroll this. Wow, 2 6s. Jesus, fuck. I don't know if this is gonna... Like, it says minus Havage alert. Havage have installed a complex sensors array to monitor the reservoir. Trip this and the whole place will go in lockdown. The only way Ash gets enough water is siphoning it. I don't want to siphon it, but apparently I need to fucking siphon it. Ash needs tanks and tanks of water if she hopes to help the flotilla. Anything less is worthless to her. I just get one. Okay, I'm gonna need to work this out. Like, I can hack the sensors, but I think it just lowers. It doesn't give anything else, so... Fuck. Well... It's time to go cook some griola, I guess. That is, I need a lot of this. Do we have anything else new? I don't think so. This is a difficult task. I mean, not difficult. It is... I need to focus on a lot of things. That's the thing. I wanna check to see how the flotilla looks from above. And to see if there is anything else. Like, there's Bliss Bay, I can go work there. Get some cash. Okay, let's see how this spoke looks like. Yeah, it's connected like that. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the red lights of quarantine. The other spoke in one big ship and a hell of a bunch of smaller ones. Okay, let's go back down. I still have a cat to feed, and there's Lamamina. I need to hang out with him for more energy. Do we have anything else happening? I do not see. These guys are here. I can buy some scrap from them. It's gonna be useful. Might as well. Well, they're still here. I don't think I'm gonna need any further scrap, but why not? And that's it. I've expanded those guys. Let's go back to our apartment. This is really gonna test out my managing skills. Stabilizer, but we're gonna need energy, so let's go to Bantanya. I forgot the name. Cook some mushies. Let's like to try to keep the flavor. It always comes to look at you when you cook matsutake. The smell draws her in. You eat mushrooms together with a glass of her griot. I love the fact that she's like, "Oh, you're cooking. Mind if I join it?" Decent dice. We can continue our work. We have completed the thing we need with this, but we need the other things. We need everything else. The peak is gonna give us more things to do in a cycle. Do I have access to hacking some shit here? Nope, absolutely not. So the reservoir thing is going to be an issue. Do both of them? Yeah. The reservoir is definitely going to be a fucking issue. He doesn't need to do it a lot more than the other things. But at least I have a +2. As I'm an engineer and I'm stealing water, which I don't want to, but this game is fucking making. If I can do it in 6 cycles or so, that's okay. Oh wait, the mushrooms are done. Wait. My mushies are done. Because I want to fungal yield, yeah. I want to get some griola. I might need more griolas. I'm using the lower success rate things. I mean, I want to get the good ones, but I don't care. Okay, algae access. Well, this is honest work. I work with some farmers, I get some algae. And I might complete that. Nope, I got a 1. Oof, that's not even gonna help with the mushies, maybe. I'll risk it. It's not like I can fuck something up. Yep, just got 2 griolas, which is all good. The thing is, I didn't... I should have used more... Wait, did it feed the cat? Yes, it did. The issue with that is I didn't use more dice on it, so now I'm wasting 1 cycle without more mushrooms being made. But now we need to see what's going on the other side with Peak. So I'm not gonna use any dice until I go meet her. Let's go. Might get just 1 try, I was expecting more. Ooh, this is weird. Cautious space. Sleeper! Peak catches your attention from this shadowy corner they were leaning against. Any trouble getting up here? This place is huge. It certainly is. Cabbage have been busy. Come, take a look at this. They beckon you over to a nearby window, which looks across the ruined ring to the blinking red lights of the Havage cordon. The cordon's temporary structures, a net of metal struts meant to detect and dissuade any ships from entering or leaving the flotilla, jut out into the black and all around. The tugs flit, securing them in place and tending to the red blinking drones that demark the quarantine. It's an impressive and worrying sight. What do you think? Peak interrupts your thoughts. How would you get through? Use one of the tugs, create a distraction, just go for it, hard and fast. Use one of the tugs? As an escort, you mean? I doubt we could fit all the supplies in one of those tugs. But if it seemed like the Briar was being officially escorted through the cordon, Peak squints at the red lights. But then, it'd be stuck inside. Peak turns away from the window and rubs their forehead. Ash has really wrapped us up in something here, hasn't she? The question is spoken under her breath. They don't seem to expect an answer. The silence grows. Why are you helping the flotilla? Maybe we try all 3. Are there any other options? Why are you helping the flotilla? Peak looks up. You don't think it's a worthy cause? They pause. We ran into them when we escaped Hawthorne, and Ash insisted we investigate their distress signal. I'm not saying we shouldn't have. Peak stares out the window at the distant blinking lights of the arrived ships. Just... Peak brushes back their hair. Forget it. Let's focus on the plan. They finish the flash in easy smile. It doesn't matter why, we are the ones who are going to help them. Honestly, this looks like either a dude or a girl. I have no idea. The art is so ambiguous. The way I see it, there are 3 parts to making it through that corridor. Again, more skill checks, Jesus. They gesture out the window at the strange structure. Deception, distraction, and speed. I should have just suggested that let's do all 3. We'll need all of them for a clean passage through. Deception means tricking the cordon security into thinking that we are meant to be there. Maybe a tug escort would work, anything that makes the Briar look official. Distraction. Meanwhile, we'll be all about diverting the attention so that no one looks too hard at what the Briar is doing. If we can create a gap in the cordon scanning and determinant system, that should keep them busy. This is definitely a mission you need to focus on, not do anything else. Except maybe growing mushrooms. Finally, speed. will mean making sure the briar is ready to roll. Perhaps we can do a little work on the ship to get her ready. I surely wouldn't mind. They lean back from the window. How does that sound? Excellent. Pig grins. Don't get too excited. There is a lot to get sorted before we make the run. Pig looks down at their slate. 10 cycles left. They glance out the window at Gordon nervously. 10 cycles to gather the supplies and to prep this plan. It's tight. Very tight. Pig looks at you. If this goes wrong, Pig says, just get out, okay? They squeeze your shoulder. I'll follow Ash anywhere, but you don't need to get dragged down with us. It won't come to that. Pig brightens up a little. Of course, but just keep it in mind. Let's get to it, Pig stretches. I'll tell Ash about the improvements to the briar, and the rest, let's explore the cordon as best we can and look for openings. Pig smiles. I have no idea what guardian angel sent you to us, Sleeper. It's the eye. It is the eye. Pig smiles. But I'm very glad they did. You didn't try to get any other assistances? Attila 8. Okay, breaking the quarantine. Scope cordon. Okay, I'll at least get 2 tries. Blend in with the crew. One thing about being a sleeper is people always assume you are working, so blending in with the tug crews shouldn't be too tough. Oh, god damn it, engage and interface both. Why? Intercept comms. The cordon buzzes with radio transmissions and data packets. Intercepting them will help give you a sense of how things run here. Jesus, this is a lot of work. This is a lot of bloody work. You and Peak need to get a sense of how the Havage operation works before you can prepare your plan to slip through. Fucking buggy. This will get +2 cordon info instead of +1. 5 cryo. I'm gonna need to increase one of these, or maybe both. Now I can increase one. Fucking increase one. Fucky. Okay, I've done some of this, but I need to focus on that. Do we have briar? And we have briar improvement here, anything here? No. The work is engaged, which is +1, which I can complete. But the reservoir is a +2, which I can complete as well, so I can siphon water. I need to get this done as fast as possible. Ah, fuck, I need to get Criolas. So I can start mixing this up with a new set, okay. Yeah, this is definitely have to work. This is not started at the middle of the story, it started at the fucking end. Because everything, as you get closer to the end, you have some specific tasks you really need to focus on, like with the Fang and Sidereal Horizon and all that. You really need to focus on those tasks. And this is one of the, like, we need to really fucking focus on this. So that's why I need to really fucking focus on this, and this is best after the end of the game if you stay on this place. So I can increase interface, and that's gonna cost me 3, and then I'm shit out of luck for any of these 2. I might get some drives to increase this, but I think I'm gonna need to increase interface +2. I can increase any of the other ones to that rank because I only have 4 points. I hoped I would get more, but sucks to be me. So I'm gonna have to increase this. I'm gonna have to increase this because we're gonna have use of it, very big use of it. Anyways, any woozles? I need to get this done as soon as I can because this is gonna give me actions for the next turn. So I'm gonna. Fuck me. Nah, that's the one is useless. Literally, the one is useless unless I'm fishing for griolas. Can I use it? I can't even use it anymore. I'm gonna just go back to the ring and hack somebody. Oh wow, I can have 2 dice. Because increase this to max. Or like I can have 3 dice that I can use this. Oh cool. Low dice, but yeah, still. It's useful. Maybe that would have helped some other hacking in like the other part of the game. Which tells me I should have gotten this a long time ago. But I was an idiot, so I don't care. Feed the cat. Wow, I'm rerolling this instantly. This is the worst set of dice I ever saw. This is a good set of dice. Okay, so I think I can get the... complete this. I have a folder that completes this. What do we hear? You tap into broadcast detailing the order of operations for new crews assigned to the corps. This is exactly what you need. Yeah, now I got a bunch of shit that I can do. Crew canteen, tug crew canteen. Deflect suspicion. Average suspicion, average suspicion. Okay, taking hardline. This is nice. This is a lot of things which other missions didn't have. So if you fuck up, you can't salvage that or like lower it. A lot of these have like this minus some suspicion or some things that you fucked up. Fix it up, basically. Well, that's an interesting new mechanic. Well, new. I mean, they just added it. They could have got this from the beginning. Anyway, taking hardline attitudes, loudly arguing in favor of the quarantine, making friends with the security, there are ways to deflect suspicion. Havage suspicion. All across the cordon, Havage security are keeping a close eye on things. Gain their attention and you'll struggle to maintain access. Hub escort. Wow, there's a lot of things I need to do that. This is difficult. With division rife among the tug crews, gaining support for a supply shipment will just be a case of picking the right crew and approaching them discreetly. A crew willing to escort the Briar to the quarantine will give the ship a better chance of passing the cordon without any trouble. Good thing I have intuition. Average hangar. Slice thrusters. The tugs have a powerful suite of iron thrusters for rapid maneuvering. If you can sneak in and slice some off, you'll have significant upgrade to the Briar. Briar upgrade. The kind of thrusters the tugs use will give the Briar improvement maneuvering, useful in the cramped quarters of the flotilla. Havage suspicion. All across the cordon, Havage security are keeping a close eye on things. Gain their attention and will struggle to maintain access. So this is like on all 3. So cordon dock, cordon operations, quarantine. Attention. Blind spot, Havage suspicion. Ooh. Some careful sabotage to the cordon system should create a sensor gap that will allow the Briar to bypass the automatic quarantine systems. Creating a blind spot in the cordon's perimeter will give the Briar a better chance of evading detection when Ash makes a run. Okay, so we have these 3 tasks. What do we have here? Peaks plan. Okay, so I can complete Briar's hold. I can fill up the hold right now, more or less. But then I'm gonna need to focus on Peaks plan, and then we're gonna be ready for this. So let's take care of the things that we need here. Siphon water. Let's do that. Or maybe I can do it next. Because I'm getting only 1. Okay, completing this. Also, let me do something I'm forgetting to do. That's done. Music is still not completed. Okay, so I can complete this next turn. I'm saving the 6 for... is this? Yeah, negotiate access. I can negotiate this access probably right now. Much to Ash's frustration, we'll have to... okay, LG completed. Oh wow, I need to wait. Wait, what? The algae... good thing I did this now, Jesus fuck. The algae... okay, accelerates growth. The algae in the stack grows at a regular rate, but with some careful feed adjustments and water cycling, you can improve your yield per cycle. There is no more algae in the stack for this cycle. We have to wait for more to grow. There's so much things to do. Jesus, what the fuck is with this game? Like, if I can fuck up so hard and no. Why can't I buy shit? Please, I have so many credits. I have so many mushrooms that I grew myself. Please let me buy it. I don't have time to play with Mina. Okay, where's the hacking? I'm gonna hack this guy's ass. I don't even care. I don't even need this. I'm just hacking you. Okay, let's get out. Let's rest. Jesus, there's so much. I'm gonna run out of spare parts to fix myself. I'm actually gonna start losing dice. Well, I'm actually starving, which is another problem. Okay, another fucking shitty roll. Oh my god, the game is actually screwing with me now. Bantanyan. Tala, please, please. I need somebody to chill out with. Look how many Matsutake I have. I don't know what to do with them. Ooh, I need more. I'm gonna cook some griola. That gives me like 1 or 2. Ah, 2. Okay, 3. Jesus. Isn't that the worst one of them? Alright. Back to the Greenway. Back to work. Okay, so I can probably finish that. Let's see this. This is a danger, but intuition is +2. I can harvest algae. Do I have anything else that would require a 6? That's +2. That's good. That's a +2 again. And this is a +2. Okay, so I have everything on a +2, which is good. But I'm gonna go and finish one of the things. I'm gonna make sure I finish some, which is siphon water. Let's complete this. Tucked into a service corridor deep below the reservoir, Ash is double-checking the seals on the water tanks loaded onto the motorized trolley. Though you are far enough away from any thoroughfares not to worry about being overheard, you both speak in hushed tones. How will we get these to the briar? How will we get these to the briar? Ash glances back at you. We'll trolley these up to a bay further along, and then we'll bring in the briar for a quick and quiet collection. Speaking of quiet, she gives you a look and then looks pointedly back down the corridor towards the reservoir. Before hitting the ignition on the trolley, it started moving. You take it to the other side of the trolley and walk it up the wide service corridor. With its flickering lights and Solheim detritus, you doubt it gets used by Havage. At least, that's the hope. You glance across at Ash, her face a mask of determination as she guides the trolley along. Maybe some conversation will make this journey a little easier. To be fair, I really thought this was gonna be easy. I really did. And then the game told me, fuck you, all of your preparation and all of your, storing of items and shit. That ain't gonna help here. You still gotta do all of the dice runs, all of the dice things. And I got screwed out of 2 drives. 2 points. Anyway. How did you meet Peak? Ash pauses, a little surprised by your question. She glances back down the tunnel, but this deserted passage, she can hardly keep up the pretense of silence. We grew up together, she answers quickly and turns back to the trolley. But she can tell you are expecting her to add more. She seems to gather herself for an answer, not wanting to ignore you, but trying instead to get her answer straight in her head. Our outpost, Houghton, is not an easy place to grow. The administrators keep a tight hold of everything, she rolls her eyes, even though they are trapped in the same decaying installation as everyone else. Peak, she pauses. Peak found it harder than most, she pauses again, judging her words. I stepped in to help them out. Silence descends again, but you can feel the wheels turning in Ash's mind as the creaking wheels of the trolley take you along the corridor. Peak isn't the most practical of people. They used to be, well, they needed someone to teach them to look after themselves. Stand up for themselves. That was me. She smiles. After that, I couldn't get rid of them. Ash stops talking, but you see her eyes have lit up, and you imagine she's recalling some moment or other from her and Peak's past. You both reach a wide bulkhead doorway and have to stop to shimmy the trolley over the edge. When you're done, Ash turns to you. I'm good from here. Head back. And with that, she's gone, moving off into the dark tunnel ahead. You watch her go, and then turn around and walk the distance back to the staircase you entered from, the tunnel humming around you as you do. As you walk, you try to piece together Ash's past, but all you have are glimpses of a person she once was. She seems to prefer it that way. Okay, one thing done. Hopefully, thankfully, maybe. If I missed that, if I completely did not see that, expecting that something is gonna show up in the next cycle, which I honestly thought, oh, I would be fucked. So fucked. Barter for food. Ooh! Wait, this is a new thing. Farming collecting who control the stacks don't like to sell their food piecemeal, but at the right price they will let go. Wait, what will we get here? Okay, I'll just get energy. Never mind, waste money. I don't think I noticed that before. Maybe they have added some new things? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, let's see what dice rolls say. Okay, thank God, some of these dice rolls are good. I want to accelerate growth. I might lose energy, but I don't care. I want to try and accelerate growth. First I first need to harvest algae, I think. Freely harvest edible algae to the ship to the refugee hotel. If an ash leads, it has a pleasant earthy taste. You work carefully and attentively and manage to maximize the yield of the stack with little to no wastage. Okay, so now I need to actually make this finish faster. Let's see what will happen. Okay, it just increases it by a cycle. Sucks. I need to increase it by more. Oh boy, we are... Oof. I don't know I can complete this. I don't know if I can complete this. I need more. I can't do it +1. I need to do it plus a lot. Like everything is a +1. Everything is a +1. I'm gonna need to use these +1s. I'm definitely gonna need to use these +1s. Let's see what's... The one that is not danger. The one that is not danger might actually needs to grow. Let's try and find something. I'm gonna have to use ones. I don't want to use ones, but I have to use ones. Because I need to complete all of this. I need to get food. I need to get this accelerated. Can I harvest more? I think this bugged out. I shouldn't be able to forage more. I think that's bugged out, but I don't care. I need to use it. Oof, this is gonna be difficult. This is gonna be very difficult. I'm literally using dice only for the story things, nothing else. I haven't been sweating in this game for a long time, and this is definitely making me sweat. I'm running low on scrap as well. Oof, was that ship? Did that ship leave? Did that ship leave? Fuck, I think it left. Oh no, this is... I bought everything, I can't get anything from there. What can I buy from these guys? No, they just give me cryo, nothing else. If only I can buy more dice, that would have been awesome. Anyway, let's get the food. The food is important. I can condition this into more algae. Okay. and let's see what will happen. Will that mean that I can harvest this? Yes, it means that I can harvest. Okay, I'm gonna harvest food. I'm gonna finish the food. Food is gonna be done. Food, water, all of that is done. You are leaning against the metal crates. You just loaded up the vitality, packed and dried into bright green pucks. Ash hops onto one beside you, flexing her aching back. All of the refugees like algae. Is this enough? Ash squints at you, as if you just interrupted her train of thought. It's a look you have become familiar with. It doesn't matter either way. This is what we've got. She sighs, rubbing the back of her neck. In these past cycles, working the algae stack with Ash, you've had little insight into her mind. She rarely seems happy to start a conversation, but is always eager to end one. Despite this, you feel like something has grown between you. More algae? Probably. Let's see. Something like silent trust. The kind that tends to seed itself in the fertile soil of hard but necessary work. We're becoming poets here. Need more booze for this. There is something I've been meaning to ask. Ash raises her head curiously. Go on. Why help the flotilla? Ash pauses, her protective instinct fighting with the trust you built. You can see her begin to shrug the question off, and she stops, rethinks, sighs. What you need to understand, Sleeper, is that Erlin's Eye wasn't the only place where the Solheim collapse happened. Sure, Hawthorne, where we grew up, was an XPR installation, but that didn't screen it from Solheim going under. Actually, Solheim was the only reason XPR were ever here. Ever here and there. She pauses, hesitant to get into the whole story, but wanting to offer something. She flinches, correcting herself. They are a service corp, you understand? They set up outposts in surrogate systems like this to offer refueling, logistics, and maintenance services to bigger companies with extraction contracts. She gestures to the eye around her, like Solheim. When Solheim went bust, XPR lost their client, and Hawthorne, well, we lost everything. We became an outpost tasked with just holding on. Keep the refueling platforms running, they said, keep the outpost stable, hold on to our clay. She rubs her head as if recalling all this was somehow physically painful. Do you know what it's like to spend your entire life in a place with no future? Kinda, I'm a sleeper. A place that exists only to hold a legal claim to a piece of territory to shore up breach of contract, negotiations between two corporations. Okay, that's a pain in the ass. It's like living in a she reaches for the word, her eyes jumping back and forth, in a grave. She clenches her hands. So, if you're looking for the answer to why questions, that's your answer. We, Peak and I, know that it's like what it's like to be forgotten, to be locked out. She stares hard at the side of the stack, the algae whirling against the glass in beautiful patterns, and she doesn't look away. The silence extends, and you realize the conversation is over. Ash seems angry, not at you, but with herself, for even voicing such ideas. After a while, you stand and start to load the crates onto the powerful cargo trolley that Ash will run back to the Briar. As you do, you try to catch her eye, but she avoids it, soothing herself instead with the comforting simplicity of physical book. I might have asked something wrong, I have no idea. Okay, try complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do I have anything of yours? I don't. I can use... Well, this is good, because I can endure and I can, keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. But I have enough stuff to keep me from that condition. So I'm gonna go with the Possessive Haggler and engage. That's engage. I'm not good. I'm gonna be good at it. Engage, not endure. Why not? I need to calculate something to maybe get to this, but I don't think I'm gonna get to this. Possessive Haggler. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. Let's do that. Maybe that will help somehow. This is almost done. I don't have enough cupheads, so I'm gonna focus on... Briar's Fold is full, but Peak's plan... I don't have that much time! Oh, god fucking damn it! Okay, this is risky, but not too risky. And I will lose Cryo. God damn it, I didn't notice that. Hub escort, let's convince crew. I did that. Okay, now... something that requires one. Slice the thrusters. Okay, cordon directions is something I might do fast. Let's try. We carefully code the timed emergency maintenance program to take out some of the sensors in the cycle. Ash is going to make her run. Oh, this is gonna be so... I'm gonna focus on one after another. I'm gonna focus one down and then finish that and then continue on. Now let me cook up some griola. I used to have those a lot. Oh wait, I don't have much griola, but never mind. I don't know, sometimes it gives 3, sometimes it gives 2. I have no idea. 10 seconds. I can't waste dice. I literally cannot waste dice. I need to go and use every single dice that I have. Oh, I have minus 20% on feeding the cat. Nice. Still need to fix my ass. Okay, these are good dice. These are much better dice than I had before. Then I have to abandon picking up mushrooms even though I need to. But this only takes precedence, so something that has a +2. Yeah, let's try to convince the crew. Hub escort, okay. Anything that has a +1. I think everything is a +2, so I'm not in any difficulty there. I can lower average suspicion, but I'm gonna wait for that. So focusing on one thing at a time. This crew sat apart from the others. Apparently they have been discussing smuggling supplies through the cordon themselves. Okay. Let's try and finish this. Even if I don't get the best result, I can leave that off. Okay. Oh shit. You meet Peak leaning in a corner of the canteen in their typical unassuming way. It occurs to you as you approach that Peak must have had some practice in staying invisible. All good? They look up from their slate. That crew you were talking to. They nod to the group leaving the canteen. Will they join us? That's what they say. That's what they'll do it. Nicely done. Peak beckons for you to follow as they peel off the wall and head out into the walkway overlooking the cordon. Glad you were here to talk them into it. I never had much of a way with people. Peak smiles and looks away quickly as you walk. You and Ash seem to do okay. Peak laughs, their light and easy laugh. Ash is not really like other people, which you probably noticed. If only everyone was like Ash, he fed off, something drawing their attention. What I mean is, people have caused me a lot of trouble. I've had people hate me without knowing a thing about me. They tuck their hair behind their ear. I'm sure you know the feeling. They tend to ignore me. That sounds nice. Peak laughs a little. Peak leads you around the corner, heading back to the main cordon accessway. I appreciate you coming in and helping us out in this, Slipper, on talking to the crew and, well, you know. Maybe after this insane plan is done, we can talk properly. They keep looking ahead and you realize they are nervous. I'd like that. Peak smiles, looking down at their feet. That's subtle then, they say to the floor. I better report the news to Ash. We have ourselves a tug escort. Peak stops at the intersection. See you soon, Sleeper, and please take care. And with that, they drift away. Their head down, their gait changing as they do. Their practiced invisibility shrouding them like a cape. Okay, so we have completed this, but we can still do this, which I need to, so I don't get fucked up. What is it? Okay, average suspicion. This is gonna be dangerous, but okay. Did I start this? I started the blind spotting. 6 cycles left. 5 dice per cycle. I was gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna do this casually. I'm gonna maybe put 1 or 2 dice into it, and then, you know, spend the other dice into scrap, or spend the other dice into like money making or something. Just like chill. No, I need all of the dice, all of the time, all of it completely in the bloody fucking mission. Like, I'm running low on scrap. Really running low on scrap. I don't even want to think about the mushrooms that I'm gonna be wasting to eat. I'm gonna take this and eat. They're gonna give 2, that's gonna be... They give 3. Never mind. I'm actually cooking. I usually did energy with dice by playing with Lemon Mina. Lemon Mina kind of missed me. I've been just busy with this, and I haven't even collected my mushroom yield. Blah 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 blah. Let's focus. That is key. I can still procure this without much of an issue. Okay. Getting blind spot, completing blind spot some more. Carefully code the time emergency. Okay. Reroll. Fuck. Let's try more sabotage. Careful code. Okay. Now I can risk this. There's a chance of a negative result, but I'm gonna need it. Okay, we have Havoc suspicion. We need to clear that out. Thing is, I can't do anything with the 1 without making a lot of trouble for myself. So, going back to hacking. Like, the 1 is the worst. 1 I can't actually do anything with. Like, absolutely nothing. And they haven't added anything new to the, you know, just leveling up. So there is no... Why is the interface... Why is the interface bugging out? Why can't I see my character? Bloody hell interface, bloody hell game. Why does it have such menial tiny bugs? I have no idea. Or maybe because I don't have upgrade points, it's gone. Which sucks, I wanna look at it. Gotta get that upgrade point from this. Stray fat. Always leave this feed. Oh, now I can see. Yeah. What was I gonna check here? Completely forgot. I just panicked because I didn't see it. Never mind. Dice. Yes. Good dice. Good dice. Yes, I don't. There is no new leveling. There is no above +2. You get just +2. You can get +3 or something like that. Which maybe they add in future updates. I have no idea. Okay, let us focus on completing this. We sabotage. Carefully call the time emergency. Blind spot. Peek. Peek is waiting for you when you slip out of the operation centers, nervously poking at their small slate. Playing games. Sleeper, they hiss. I followed what you were doing on the network. Incredible work. How do you do that? I'm not really sure. It comes naturally. Peek smiles. I can tell if that's modesty or just the truth. Interfacing skills like that, it's almost worth being... They stop themselves. Sorry, I didn't mean... Nothing is worth being a sleeper. Don't worry about it. Peek nods. Sorry. You and Peek quietly slip into the main walkway and walk your way back to the public areas of the corridor. Havage has had to quickly respond to the flotilla's arrival, and that means a lot of contractors and spacers walking through these corridors. You blend in easily enough. Haven't really met a sleeper before, Peek begins. As you might have guessed, they smile nervously. Hawthorne is an XPR service outpost, and since the collapse, no one came for refueling or repairs anymore. So, my generation has never met anyone outside the company. Really? Okay, so this is a generational long thing. Jesus. We heard about sleepers, they nod in your direction, from the data packets that come through XPR every once in a while. They usually contain news along with the corporate propaganda, but The reports were light on the details. S and ARP have kept the sleeper program pretty quiet anyway, and I think XPR are only interested in telling their employees about it because it made living on our company town look like a good life. In comparison to being a piece of corporate property, they freeze. Well, also frozen corporate property. Sorry again, I don't mean they look down. I'm just not sure how to talk about this stuff. Maybe don't talk about it? No. Neither do I. It's okay. Big smiles. I'll shut up about it now. You walk on a little further, the walkway becoming busier. You both relax a little more and go with the flow of people. I just want to say, I think I understand. They begin again. Clearly, this has been on their mind. I understand the need to escape, to get free of it all. They laugh at themselves. Excuse me. The structures, the systems, the company horizons in a company town. They stare ahead. The small places, small corridors, small people. They'll look away. The slow death it brings. That's it. They turn to you. I get why you signed up to be a sleeper and why you escaped from that too. It's not as simple as that. This is a moment I would actually stay silent. Or just, it's not as simple as that. I'm just gonna nod. You try to form words, but you can't. There's altogether too much running through your head. But you look at Peak, and they look at you. And that seems okay for now. You walk in silence again, each of you in their own thoughts, but moving together through space nonetheless. After a while, you come to the entrance to the corridor, where a handful of workers and crews filter in and out through two huge loading bay doors. Peak stops. Okay, they pause. I hand him back to the Briar. Once again, incredible work on the sensors. That blind spot you created, that should give us a real advantage. See you soon. They head off, disappearing into the crowd almost immediately, outrunning their own nervousness. Okay, we have one more thing left, and we have way enough dice to do that. We'll do some slicing, hopefully not get caught. We managed to hit the hangar during a shift change, and the whole place is empty. Come away with thruster set with no effort. It's a danger, so Jesus, I need to really be a ninja in this. Secret agent. And I need to remember to mute my phone. Okay, and that. So start off after. Same. Okay, let's try again. I might actually do this. But because this is giving me so much trouble, I'm gonna complete it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'll leave the last one and then do some other stuff and then come back. No, I'm gonna complete this. They gave me 6 tasks to just run through all over. So I'm focusing on this and nothing bloody else. And technically I need to finish this in like the 2-hour time frame, which I'm already blasting through an hour. I need to eat. Food. Tala, it's time for mushrooms. Let's get to cooking. I know she knows that. I need to bring some mushrooms to Lemon Mina. And cycle.